Landing pages need to do a lot and quickly. So, how do you create a landing page that looks good, educates your customers, generates interest, and pretty importantly, generates leads? Welcome to One Amazing Thing About Leadpages. Today we're talking with Michael Sacca, CEO of Leadpages, and he's going to be sharing one amazing thing about their new Audience Insights feature with us today. Michael, welcome to the show.
Hey, excited to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, looking forward to taking a look at this. Before we do, though, why don't we start with you giving a little background on yourself and your role at Leadpages?
Yeah, no, I've CEO at Leadpages. I've been here just over a year. And before that, I was the chief product officer at Dribbble, and before that, I was the president at Crew, which is the parent company of Unsplash. So, a couple decades in tech, and but really excited about where things are headed today. It feels like we're at another big tectonic shift here. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing at Leadpages and some of the newer innovations that we're bringing to the market.
Love it. Yeah. So before we look, just a little more like what can you talk a little bit, why did you choose this feature? I know it's kind
Sure.
of a new feature, but who's the audience and why is it important to them?
Yeah, so we're this feature's actually in beta. We're calling it Audience Insights. And so very few have access to it today, but we're very excited about it. Landing pages, they're getting easier to make, as we know. So what we're trying to do is really give you the tools to build a more insightful landing page, a better performing landing page. And so what we're looking at today is we've built the ability to identify anonymous traffic. So we can actually see who's visiting your page based on an IP address. And we're able to pull out about 60 different data points about that visitor, right? And so this is tech that was usually available to really large enterprise companies, very expensive stuff. But we're making it available to SMBs. And so where we find it really valuable is actually knowing not just who converts in, a little bit more about them, but who's not converting and who else is visiting your page that maybe you don't have the right messaging for, but you should, right? Maybe you're sending everyone to a single page when maybe there's 5 different personas that you need to be speaking to. So we're trying to bring that insight based on about 60 demographic and firmographic data points so that you can make better decisions around how do I drive to conversion.
Love it. Love it. Great. Well, yeah, let's take a look.
Cool. All right. So this is what will be coming to market soon, and what we're calling Audience Insights. And so what we're doing here is we're grabbing the demographic and firmographic information for all of our anonymous visits on very specific landing pages. So this is using real data, but the product is still in development a bit. And what we're then doing is clustering that data to identify which personas, which groups of people are actually visiting our page, and which are converting well, which are not converting well, how much time are they spending on the site, where are they located. So you can see for this landing page, we've got 3 personas. We have a senior leader, a tech entrepreneur, and a mid-career manager. And now we know that our messaging to each of these personas needs to be different. We've learned that through testing, but we still have all 3 showing up through this campaign. So we know that we need to now break down this page into a couple different pages so that we can get the right message that resonates with each audience. And so what we're able to do is actually show how much traffic each of these demographics represent within your visitors for that page. What are the top pages that they're visiting? What campaigns are they actually coming through? What is their conversion rate on each campaign? So we can see we're able to acquire through this top campaign, but we're getting much better conversion through the second campaign. So what adjustments do we need to make? We can also see what companies that they work at, how big are those companies, what industries are those companies in, and where are these people located. For this campaign, we're advertising only in the States. but we can see where in the states they're coming in from. So this is one of the new features that we're very excited about, and we feel like it'd be really useful for folks wherever, if you're driving traffic from paid or social onto a landing page, hoping to collect leads. This can make your job a whole lot easier.
Yeah, yeah, love it. Yeah, I mean, it seems like there's, I mean, not only can it help optimize the landing page, but understanding the campaign, like which campaigns are performing, it can probably help, earlier on in the process, even, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
More efficient spend, right? Oftentimes we can drive a lot of traffic through a campaign. That doesn't mean that that is driving the right traffic though,
yeah,
right? Maybe it's discounted traffic, but it could be discounted for a reason. Sometimes it's those campaigns that we're seeing higher conversion of the right persona. That's
right.
actually a lot more valuable for us, but that data is sometimes hard to find.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it also seems like it helps to answer that question of like why we shouldn't try to be everything to everyone. So, in other words, like a landing page, to yeah, even using that example, like it's performing really well with this one, this one segment, but not
Yep.
necessarily the other. So, might be to what you were saying, it might be reason to create a different page or a part on a page or something, right?
Absolutely. We know that we need, like, if we're speaking to an executive at even a mid-sized company, our messaging and our value props to them are much different than a solopreneur coming in
Yeah, yeah,
because their needs, their concerns are just different. And we can serve both.
yeah.
But our first message and our first introduction to them, we've learned needs to be different. And so to see them both coming through the same campaign, we now know we have to make some adjustments on this so that we can make sure that we're getting them into the right funnel.
Yeah, yeah, love it. Well, thanks so much for showing this off and showing early, early sneak peek
Absolutely.
here. So,
Yeah.
we only had we only had time to look at this one feature today, but for those interested in learning more, what's something else when they contact you? What's something else they should ask about?
Yeah. So ask about our lead agent product, which is actually we're building basically sales bots that you can put on your page that increase your conversion. They're able to answer simple questions about your business. They're also designed, unlike a support bot, to actually collect lead information. So you could tell it what information do you want to know about a customer, and through conversation, it's actually able to collect some of that. We also have lead enrichment is one of the newest features. So we look at audience insights, it's that anonymous traffic. Lead enrichment is telling you more about who you actually collected a lead from. Who
Yeah,
are they? What do you want to learn about them? And so we're building a lot more of these kind of conversion products around the landing page. And they've been a big hit so far. So yeah, definitely ask about anything from our new product line. The support team would be more than happy to walk you through it.
right. And love it, love it. Well, great. Well, again, I'd like to thank Michael Sacca, CEO of Leadpages, for joining the show. You can learn more about Michael and Leadpages by following the links in the show notes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, great to see you.